Hi students, welcome in chemistry classes, and we are seeing the videos of the stereochemistry. In our last lectures, we have seen different videos on the enantiomers, enantiotopic ligands, etc. Okay, now we have to see the numerical part. Okay, and in the numerical part, what is asked to you? We have to ask about the specific rotation and about the enantiomeric SS or enantiomeric ratio, or we can say it optical purity. Okay, different questions are asked about this. So we will see firstly the basic concept and then we will solve various questions, right? So firstly we are understanding what is called the specific rotation. What is the specific rotation? Okay, so we know that enantiomers have a specific property that is called optical activity. What is optical activity? See here, we know the enantiomers have a property to rotate the plane of the plane polarized light. The normal light, when we see the normal light, this is in this manner. Okay, it can vibrate in all directions. Okay, and when it is passed through a polarizer, this is a polarizer. So what happens? This becomes plane polarized, okay, in this manner. And when it is passed through a sample, this is a sample holder where one of the optical isomer is present, okay, and when this light is passed through it, what happens? This light is now rotates in this manner. Okay, this is called the rotation of the polarized light. And one of the specific property of the enantiomers is that they can rotate the plane of the plane polarized light. What happens? In the case of one of the isomers, if we take the plus isomer, that is called the dextrorotatory. It has a tendency to rotate the light in the clockwise manner. Okay, this will rotate the light in the clockwise manner. This is called the R isomer generally. Okay, and another one is called the levorotatory, right? Levorotatory isomer will rotate the plane of the plane polarized light in the anti-clockwise manner, in this manner. Okay, so this will rotate the light in the anti-clockwise manner and this will rotate the light in the clockwise manner. Okay, and this angle by which it rotates the light, this will be theta, and it is called the observed rotation angle or observed angle of the rotation. It is denoted by this angle. This is denoted by alpha and it is called the observed rotation and it is denoted by alpha. Okay, actually it depends upon the several things, like it depends upon the nature of the compound, it depends upon the temperature, it depends upon the solvent, also on the concentration of the solution, right, and on the length of the tube. So we want a standard unit, okay, and the standard unit for this is called the specific rotation. This specific rotation is written in this manner, in the bracket, okay, and here we write T and here we write D. This T denotes the temperature and D denotes the wavelength of the light used. And what is the relation between this specific rotation and observed rotation? See here, specific rotation is equal to observed rotation divided by length and concentration term. Okay, alpha divided by L times C. Here C is the concentration of the sample in grams per milliliter. Okay, and this L is the length of the tube in the decimeter. So by this formula you can find out either the specific rotation, or if you have given the specific rotation then you can find out the observed rotation, right? Okay, now we have to see the next term, that is optical purity or it is called enantiomeric axis or enantiomeric ratio. What is it? Suppose we are taking a sample, okay. If in this sample only one of the isomer is present, okay, only one isomer is present, then it is called enantiomeric pure sample. Because either it is possessing only the R isomer or it has only the S isomer, okay. But suppose it is possessing the both isomers, it has both the R and S, then it is called the mixture, okay. It will be called mixture. Suppose it is possessing 1:1 mixture of R and S form, then what will happen? This R form will rotate the plane polarized right toward the right side, okay, and this S form will rotate it again to the left side, okay. So what is happening? The net result will be the zero rotation, okay. The light will remain as it is, because it is, if it is rotating it by 45 degree to the right, then this S isomer will again rotate it to the left side, okay. So the net result will be the no rotation, no specific rotation. So such type of mixture is called the racemic mixture, because the net result, the net specific rotation for this will be equal to 0. But suppose if the R form is 75%, okay, and S form is 25%, then what will happen? This 25% S will be cancelled by 25% of the R form, okay. So for this 25% R and 25% S form, the net specific rotation will be equal to 0. Okay, so the remaining will be here the R form, that is 50%, okay. So we can say that there is an excess of enantiomeric excess of 50% R form. This is called the enantiomeric excess, okay. So what is the formula for enantiomeric excess? Write down here. Here are several formulas. Whenever you need that one, you can use that, okay. So first formula, write down enantiomeric excess is equal to number of moles of A minus number of moles of B divided by total number of moles of both the isomers, okay, and only this one, okay. By this you can get right. And next formula for this is percentage enantiomeric excess. This is also written in this manner, okay. So this can be written in this manner: concentration of R minus concentration of S divided by R plus S into 100, okay. Or this can also be written in this manner: percentage of R minus percentage of S, right. Or this can also be written as percentage optical purity. This is both are same things, enantiomeric excess or percentage enantiomeric excess, percentage optical purity. Here you have to write in the form of specific rotation. If you have given the specific rotation and you have to find out the percentage enantiomeric excess or percentage optical purity, then you will write alpha of specific rotation of the sample or of the mixture divided by the specific rotation of pure enantiomer into 100. This is the next formula, okay. One formula is this, second one is this, third one is this, okay. And then one more formula. If we have to find out the enantiomeric excess, percentage enantiomeric excess is equal to alpha observed divided by alpha specific rotation. Observed rotation divided by the specific rotation into 100. Okay, these are the different formulas by which you can find out the enantiomeric acids. So now we have to solve the questions. So see here, what are the questions? Okay, let's see here a question from GATE 2019. The question is the specific rotation of optically active, optically pure R2 bromobutane is minus 112 degree. A given sample of same, it means R2 bromobutane exhibits the specific rotation minus 82.88 degree. The percentage of S plus enantiomeric form in the sample is. Okay, so we have given the specific rotation of the pure form, that is minus 112 degree, and of the sample is minus 82.88 degree, and we have to find out the percentage of S plus enantiomer. Okay, so see here what is given to us. Alpha of pure R form is given to us, that is minus 112 degree. Okay, and we have given the alpha of the mixture, that is minus 82.88 degree. From this you can see both have the same signs, minus, and minus is for here R form. Okay, there is no correlationship between the R form and the minus sign. Okay, these are the different things. So here this minus sign is for R form and minus 112 is for pure R, and this is for the mixture. So from this it is clear that in the sample the R form is present in the axis. Okay, so one thing is clear, that the R form is present in the axis. Now we have to find out the percentage enantiomeric acids of R form. How we can find out? Put here the values for the mixture divided by for the pure sample and into 100. So we are getting this will be equal to 74%. It means we can say that the percentage of R form minus percentage of S form will be equal to 74%. Okay, this is clear. But we also know that both the things are given in percentage. So the total sum of the R and S form will be 100%. So we can write percentage of R plus percentage of S will be equal to 100%. Now you can see this is like the two equations. So if we are adding these two equations, what we are getting? We are getting 2R will be equal to 174%. So we can write that the R forms percentage will be equal to 87%. Okay, this is the percentage of the R form. Now we have to find out the percentage of the S form. Okay, so for this S form, what you have to do? 87% minus 74%. So this will be equal to 13%. Okay, this will be the percentage of S form. Okay, this is our answer, right? Okay, now see the next question from IIT JAM 2019. R2-methyl-1-butanol has a specific rotation of plus 13.5 degree. The specific rotation of 2-methyl-1-butanol containing 40% of S enantiomer is. Okay, we have given that in a sample 40% S enantiomer is present. Okay, it means 40% S form is present. Okay, so we can say that R form will be 60%, right? So now we can find out the percentage enantiomeric acids of the R form. That will be percentage of R form minus percentage of S form. It means 60 minus 40 will be equal to 20%, right? So now we know the percentage enantiomeric acids. So we can find out what is the formula. We know the formula is percentage enantiomeric acids is equal to alpha of sample divided by alpha of pure form into 100, and for the pure form the specific rotation is given to us. This is plus 13.5. So we can put here the value, and this thing we have to find out. This is 20 is equal to alpha of sample divided by, this is given to us, this is plus 13.5 into 100. So we can find out the specific rotation of the sample or of the mixture. This will be equal to 20 into 13.5 divided by 100. So it will be equal to 2.7 degree. Okay, this is in degree. This will be your answer. Okay. Okay, now see this question from CSIR NET June 2017's question paper. The question is the specific rotation alpha D for S plus 2 butanol is 10 degree milli-ml per gram decimeter. Okay, the observed rotation alpha observed of sample composed of a mixture of R and S 2 butanol is minus 0.45 degree. If the cell path length is 0.6 decimeter and the concentration of 2 butanol in sample is 0.15 grams per milliliter, then the percentage of R and S formed in the sample is. So we have to find out the percentage of both of this. One thing we have given the specific rotation of S form. Okay, and this thing that we have given here, this one is the observed rotation. It is not the specific rotation. Okay, so we have given the path length and we have given the concentration, right? Firstly, we have given the specific rotation of the S form. So the specific rotation of the R form will be reverse of it. So we can write it will be minus 10 degree ml per gram decimeter. Okay, this one, right? And we have given the observed rotation alpha observed. This is given to us is minus 0.45 degree. From this one thing is clear. This is minus, this is minus. From this one thing is clear that the R form is present in the axis. Okay, so firstly we have to find out the, we have given the observed rotation and we have to find out the specific rotation. We have to find out the specific rotation for the mixture. Okay, so how we can find out? We know the formula alpha upon C times L. So just you have to put the value minus 0.45 divided by 0.6 into 0.15 and this will be equal to minus 5 degree ml per gram decimeter. Now we know the two things. We know the specific rotation for the sample and for the pure form. Okay, so we can find out the percentage enantiomeric acids. We can find out. So just you have to put the values. This is for the mixture. So minus 5 divided by minus 10 into 100. So this will be equal to 50%. It means percentage of R form minus percentage of S form will be equal to 50%, because we know that R form is present in SS. Okay, and we also know that the percentage of R plus percentage of S will always be equal to 100%. So now apply the same thing. We make these two equations and plus them. So we get 2R will be equal to 150. Okay, so R will be equal to 75%. It means the percentage of R form is 75%. So now the percentage of S form we can find out will be equal to 75% minus 50%. This will be equal to 25%. So our answer is R form is 75% and S form is 25%. Okay. Okay, now see this question from CSIR NET December 2017's question paper. An optically pure organic compound has the specific rotation of plus 40 degree. The optical purity of the sample that exhibits specific rotation of plus 32 degrees. So we have to find out the optical purity and the question is quite simple. Just you have to put the formula and you can find out the answer. What is the formula? Optical purity is equal to specific rotation of sample divided by the specific rotation of pure form into 100. So just you have to put the values. For sample the value is 32 degree and for the pure form the value is 40 degree into 100. So this will be equal to 80%. it means the optical purity is 80%. Okay, so these are the questions that are based on the enantiomeric acids, optical purity or specific rotation. I think all the questions will be very clear in your mind. In our next video, we will see E and Z nomenclature. And if you are liking these videos, please share us and please subscribe the channel and please comment. Thank you.